All right. So what am I calling you? DG?
Oh, you can call me DG Chosen. It really
All
doesn't matter.
right. That sounds good. Uh, all right. Let's get ready here. And all right, DG, thanks again for taking time out of your schedule to share your great wisdom with us today on the Bear Experiment. So let me give you a nice little introduction so everybody knows who you are.
Somewhere.
Okay, so welcome back to the Bear Experiment podcast, where we strip away the noise and dive into the raw, unfiltered truths of transformation, healing, and soul expansion. I'm your host, Monica Clavijo, and today's episode is nothing short of divinely timed. On this powerful 5-5 spiritual portal, we're unlocking one of the most mysterious and soul-shaking topics of the spiritual journey: twin flames, spiritual awakenings, and what it truly means to be one of the chosen ones. Now,
Oof.
I'm joined today by DG Chosen, a deeply intuitive twin flame coach and spiritual guide who has helped thousands navigate the intense waves of love, separation, divine union, and ascension. So today we're answering questions that so many of us are always asking, right? So,
Right,
is this person my twin flame? Why am I stuck thinking about them nonstop, even in separation? Is
right.
my soul awakening or am I losing my damn mind? What do all of these repeating numbers, dreams, and synchronicities really mean? So we're talking soul contracts, reincarnation, manifestation, no contact phases, quantum jumping, and the truth behind why love, especially sacred love, is the gateway to self-discovery.
Right.
So if you've ever felt that you were meant for something more, if you're ever wondering whether you've already crossed paths with your mirror soul, or if you're waking up to a higher calling, this episode is for you. So breathe deep, open your heart, and let's walk this path of divine remembrance
Let's
together.
get it. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
So everybody, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so that you never miss an episode with amazing guests where we're diving deep and talking raw, unfiltered material that everybody's like, they want to ask these questions, but everybody is scared to ask all these questions.
You
But
can't
not
be
here.
scared to ask these questions. We gotta get to the truth.
We're doing it here. So now let's dive in. All
All right.
right. So, DG, thanks again. Welcome
Thank you
to the
for
Bear
having me. Thank
Experiment.
you
Yeah,
for having
I
me on here.
I love your stuff. I love all
Appreciate
this. I love all the spiritual talk, and
it.
I feel that people are becoming more comfortable with speaking about these esoteric topics that
Right.
were once very taboo and not very welcomed, right? So
Right.
let's start with what you do as a coach, as a twin flame coach. What exactly is the twin flame journey?
So let me tell y'all, a lot of people get the twin flame connection misconstrued, right? The twin flame connection is a unique, intense, and profound connection with another person, basically like your mirror soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not what people think it is. People just think a twin flame connection is just, oh, it's supposed to be romantic and all this. No, it's literally your other half. So this is why I try to help people understand like your twin flame is you. It's
Right.
literally you. And everybody try to look outside themselves like, oh, DG, why can't I find my twin flame, or why my twin flame ain't, keep leaving me and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand. You gotta work on yourself.
Right, right. It's all you. It's all you
All
the
you in.
entire time. Okay,
Literally, when you look at your twin flame, you basically looking at a mirror of yourself. You just holding it up in your reflection. That's it.
what are some of the feelings and emotional signs that indicate that we're in a twin flame connection?
Woo! Deep fatigue. Like you can't sleep at night, you feeling restless. Like, yeah.
Just anxiety.
Anxiety, stress. You getting stressed out. I mean, a longing. You feel like a sense of recognition, like intense and heightened feelings. All this, everything is
Like
just
more connected spiritually, right? It's almost like a soul evolution that's
soul
taking place at
evolution,
the same time.
and your soul recognizes this person before you can in this 3D realm. If that makes sense.
Absolutely, 100%, a hundred
That's
percent.
why
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
it's
Like
a feeling.
it's like when they say, when you
You
know,
know,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So what's the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate? Or
Woo.
is it the same thing?
Good question. Good question, man. So let me break this down for y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. So a lot of people be like, twin flame and soulmates are the same. Hell no. Let me be first one to tell you because your twin flame is a mirror soul. Your soulmate, you got deep connectivity with this person, intense compatibility, and you're comfortable with your soulmate. But with a twin flame, you got similar perspectives, similar interests. Like it's a difference. You don't have that with a soulmate. You don't have similar the same interests. You don't have the same perspective with this person, and it's not a mirror soul. It's not you. The soulmate, y'all are just y'all just connected on a deeper level as soulmates. That's it.
So it's what I've spoken to other spiritually awakened souls where they explain that soulmates could technically be your dog, your
That's
cat.
that's exactly what it is, and it's basically like a contract based relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not no twin flame.
Now with the twin flame, does it have to be the opposite sex, the masculine and the feminine, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah,
Is the twin flame journey supposed to be smooth, or is it supposed to be just
it's gonna
like
be
the
ups and
ride of
downs. It's gonna be
it's a roller coaster?
it's a roller coaster. It's not going to be smooth. I get a lot of comments on my TikTok, and a lot of people be asking me. I thought the twin flame journey was going to be easy. I thought it was going to be. It's going to be hell and high waters. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to want to hate this person, but you got to understand your twin flame is you, and it's trying to teach you something about yourself.
So it's about you teaching yourself the lessons to awaken to your higher self, basically, right? It's you
It's
yourself triggering yourself so that you snap out of it.
absolutely. It's been you the whole time. That's literally what. That's why I love the twin flame. Because at first, when I was on the twin flame journey, I didn't understand like why would this person keep coming in and out of my life. But I had to understand that this person was trying to teach me a valuable lesson within myself. And every time we fell apart, I will understand how this person was teaching me about me because I didn't understand at first.
So when you do meet that twin flame, does that person always come back? Is
They're
it
always
kind of
coming.
is it an in and out kind of on and off relationships because it's so triggered and it's
Yes.
so there's so much fire and
And
passion and then you also want to
yeah,
beat each other up at the same time, but they
right.
do come back. They always come back, right?
They
You always have
always
to be reunited because it's a higher contract that you have with each other.
right. They always come back.
Mhm.
Whether you come back first or they come back to you first, it doesn't matter.
So
It's just
we're connected forever, basically,
connected forever. Yeah, man,
forever.
it's beyond, and that's why I try to tell people. People think that this realm is just it. No, there's
Right.
multiple dimensions, and in other lifetimes, y'all are connected. This is why your soul recognize them instantly like this, and this is why y'all always getting into it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a crazy journey. That's why I just the twin flame journey make you want to rip your head out. Like
Yeah, yeah, I can certainly understand that. Is it meant to be romantic, spiritual, or both?
spiritual.
It's meant to be a spiritual connection that you have with that
Spiritual.
person. Okay. But romance does play an effect,
They do.
obviously,
They
right?
do. But we cannot make that affect a direct factor. We can't just say it's just completely romance. No.
Right.
Everything is spiritual before it's physical.
Right.
It's
I agree. I do. I agree with that. Just like you got to be buddies before you're lovers, and then, in order for
correct.
you to maintain that connection forever.
Right.
Um, so how can we, when we're in a separation with our twin flame? The
Hmm.
roller coaster's at the top and we came down, right? And we're
Right.
feeling that anxiety, that pain, that yearning for them because we miss that person so much. How can we expedite or how can we help to kind of acclimate to bring them back into our lives? Is there a way that we can do that? Are there techniques that we can use to facilitate that?
Absolutely. So what I would do is it's very crucial for you to focus on self healing, personal healing, and maintaining a positive mindset because at the end of the day, whatever you chase is running away from you. That's why I try to tell people a lot as they email me and stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to chase my twin flame. I want to go back to this person. You can't do that because they just running. They just keep running. Anything you chase is running away from you.
That's right.
So the best thing you could do in the separation phase is focus on your growth, personal healing, and maintaining a positive mindset because you're gonna end up manifesting this person back always. Y'all gonna keep coming back to each other, but by you chasing after this person, they just keep running along, and you just prolonging the process for y'all to get back reunited.
Yeah, so it's what we already know innately, right? Focus on yourself, stay positive, grow, learn, and just stay within that higher spiritual position within you in order for everything to align and come back together, right? That's
Absolutely,
basically where we're at. Yeah.
absolutely.
Um, do twin flames see or feel the same signs and synchronicities during separation?
Yes, yes. I made a video about this. Yes,
Well, a
they
lot of
made
this is coming from your content, which
yes,
is great because these are all questions I know that I've personally asked myself, and so many of my girlfriends and I talk about the same situation, and even guys, right? Like maybe
right.
girls are a little more open to talking about this love, uh, these love
Nah, for real.
stories. But I feel that men are in the same boat, right? Women just communicate, vocalize it a little bit more than men do.
Right. And you gotta understand that synchronicities are personal. You know, they reflect an individual internal process with the spiritual realms and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, in separation, these are numbers 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 4. It's hitting them like crazy too. Y'all might experience it at the same time.
Mm.
So all these synchronicities, you might see their name pop up or something like that, or a certain song they used to listen to, and it'll randomly pop up in your head. It's the universe's way of reminding you that this person is on your mind.
Right. It's a confirmation from the universe. Let me switch here a little bit and talk about that you were mentioning about the Mandela effect and shifting timelines. And
Right.
how does that tie into spiritual awareness?
So,
I know that I follow this other guy. Where's he at? He's in Venice Beach, California. I love his content. And he talks
uh-huh.
about the Mandela effect, where he's like, "Do you remember this branding with Pepsi Cola? And it didn't have this letter, or it didn't have this, color." And he's going back and forth from like 10 years ago, and you're just like, "That's true. I do remember that."
Right, right.
How has it changed? It's you that you're shifting into a different
You.
timeline, and it's different in this timeline.
It's you. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The shifting timeline and the Manila effect, oh man, how everything just feels so fake now. Like nothing feels real. The conversations, people that you once knew, they're falling apart. Like family members, like I'm talking about, I can't even count on my hand how many family members I talk to now. It's because everything is shifting to another dimension, and you are shifting with it. Everything seems fake. That stuff you see on TV fake. The people you talking to, the conversation don't be worth nothing. Everything is just changing, and you are changing with it. We are
Yeah.
living in a new time period, like
It's
5 year awakening.
as a collective, you feel you see how we are. There's a spiritual mass awakening that's taking place right now with everyone, right? Not everyone, because there's some people that are just, not going to get it 100%, which is what you talk about being one of the chosen ones.
Right, right, and this is why I say like a chosen one. I don't say a chosen one because I think I'm better than someone. Anybody could be chosen. It's
Right,
just for you to step up to the plate and deal with the shit that we have to deal with.
right.
You know what I mean? And I've been through a lot of crazy experiences in my life, and it's like for me to make it out of it, it's just that's why I say chosen because I'm one of the chosen ones.
So when did you come to the realization that you were one of the chosen ones and are here to educate and make others aware?
It was certain life experiences like during 2020 and COVID and stuff like that. I was Christian. So I was a Christian, and I realized only person gonna save me is me. And then it was just certain life experiences in my life, just being the black sheep, being the outcast. I would always be singled out for little stuff, and I was just like, man, is this something wrong with me? I was literally questioning my existence. I'm like, is this something wrong with me? But everything that happened in my life in the past that led me to this moment right now taught me that you are a divine being, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and I genuinely just want to help people. I felt the calling. I literally felt the calling to just genuinely help people. I've been on YouTube for 10 years, but I wasn't making no motivational content and inspiring people. But when I got on my TikTok, I just wanted to touch as many souls as I can. I don't care if it was just one. So I always felt I was chosen and I was called here to do something, but I didn't know what it was. And that's why I use my platform for.
But how long did it take you to finally get the courage to just start speaking out and not care what anybody thinks about you at that point?
It took a long time.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. You know, I feel like I've been going through changes for the past couple of years. Also, a lot of like very difficult life experiences happened to me.
Right, right,
It's been hard. It really has. It's been hard. And starting this podcast was kind of part of I guess like my therapeutic healing, right? Like it just helped
right,
me just speaking to different people and finding my groove and finding my next move on what I
right,
was gonna do and just understanding that so many people were dealing with the same level of depth that I was feeling, and I
right,
wasn't alone. And that helped me. That helped me
right,
say, like, okay, it's not just me that's feeling this. Others are going
right.
through the same, and they're better now, so I'm gonna be okay too.
That's a perfect example. That's why, because I realize a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not gonna say they're afraid, but they worry about what other people think. And then once I stopped caring about what people thought about me, and I realized everybody is hiding something, everybody got some type of
Everybody's got skeletons in their closet, man. Yeah, exactly. You
who's
know?
perfect? Who's
Yeah.
perfect though?
Nobody.
That's why I really just stopped caring what people think, and that was the best decision I made.
Yeah. Well, you do. You have amazing content. You know, I
Thank
resonate with a lot of the information that you're putting out there. You seem very authentic and you're real, and that's what matters, and not caring what other people think about you. So I do notice that part of the spiritual elevation that takes place in a person when they're ready to accept it, there's a lot of isolation
Oh yeah,
behind it. And
most
that
definitely.
and that can get difficult also because
Right.
it's almost like other people's energy like make you crazy,
Right.
you know? And
Yeah.
and and it's you kind of do need to stay away from other people because you're feeling so intensely.
Right.
So how do we work through that? Because, nobody wants to become a hermit and not leave their
Right.
house. Like we have to be able to live in society. So what do you do?
So what I do, man, I realized I used to have a lot of friends in high school. Like I'm talking about this whole background would be full of people. But when I graduated and COVID hit, I lost all those friends. And once I started talking about spirituality and God and the universe, I lost everybody. I'm
That's where
telling you,
everybody was like, he went crazy.
man, he went crazy. He lost his mind. But then
Yeah.
it's like I realized that moment of separation taught me how valuable I needed to love myself because at the end of the day, you came in this world alone and you're gonna be in a castle alone. So no matter how many people leave your life or whatever happens, you're gonna be okay. You got yourself at the end of the day. And how I deal with separation, I just really learned to love myself, be my own best friend. Because at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, if people keep leaving your life, you're gonna care about them. You're gonna be blowing their phone up like, why they doing this? Why that? Look, anybody can leave my life. I promise you, I will not show no face. It's not gonna bother me because I'm so focused on elevating myself and working on building myself. I just got out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I just got out of a relationship, and I thought this person would never leave my side. I thought it was my ride or die. She left. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't let that break my spirit. I didn't let that break me. I kept making content. I'm still putting out content, acting like it's nothing because it don't bother me. I'm so used to people leaving, and once you begin to be used to
Accept it.
people.
Accept it. Just accept that it's the inevitability of life. Like you're gonna lose everything in your life, period. At one
Period.
point or another, you're gonna lose everything in your life. It's just the
Period.
evolution of life, right? Um, but it doesn't mean that we should love any less because we're going to lose, because we can also fall into that pattern, right? Like, oh, why am I going to fall in love with somebody, or why am I going to love this dog so much when I know that this dog is going to die in 7 years? That way,
It's
right?
just a matter of time. It's just your turn. You know what I'm saying? And whoever coming out your life, they was there to teach you something.
Yeah.
They were there to teach you something and let you go. Just move on.
So going through a spiritual awakening, I think that COVID in 2020 brought that out in a lot of people
A
because
lot
it
of
was
people.
that isolation,
Yeah.
that kind of like awakening of a pandemic and how, fragile we really all are and how
Right.
people were just dying,
Right.
and the news and the media and the politicians and all that crazy, because it was just like everything. People were losing their homes. uh
No.
People weren't able to buy food.
Yeah.
It was like the apocalypse happening,
It-
right?
and I thought the world was going to end. Everybody thought the world was going to end.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, my cousin would come to my house and we would just drink wine at that point because it was just like, what the hell? Like, we're gonna die. What's happening? Maybe that wasn't the smartest move, but it was what was taking place. And
Yeah.
a lot of people were doing the same thing, They couldn't leave their house. They were just like popping bottles left and right because there was nothing else to do. So there was a lot of depression associated with
Chris,
alcohol consumption and drug consumption
right,
because of what was happening. So COVID brought that out in a lot of people,
right.
a spiritual awakening or questioning, which is kind of like how it starts. So, in your opinion, with your background, like what are some of these signs that we are going through a spiritual awakening personally? It's
So, are you ready?
Yeah.
First sign you're going through a spiritual awakening is you start to, like you just brought up to me, you start losing people. People start misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of my strongest signs. People just didn't misunderstand. People always thought I was weird though. People always single me out for little shit and all that other stuff. And I was just like, man, is there something wrong with me? No, you're not. There's nothing wrong with you. You awakening. And once you start talking like this, they're gonna think you crazy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna look at you like you crazy because they don't understand the level you on now because they so caught up in this physical world. But you know
Right.
you outside. Like I just can't be caught up in this physical world, the material stuff, the clothes and stuff. Like I don't care about that. I
Right.
no longer care about that.
Right, right. And not only that, like you hear so many wealthy people, celebrities like Jim Carrey's a big awoken
Oh
soul
yeah, I
that he
watch them a lot.
he's great and he talks about I wish that everyone in the world can experience what it's like to be a millionaire and have a mansion and have
Right,
every car that you want and
right.
how you're still not going to be fulfilled and be happy because that's not the answer,
That's not
right?
that
Because it's all material. It could be taken away from you, so it's got to be
easy.
from within.
Easily. And it's just like you see so many of these celebrities and they just be posting online and they just be so unhappy. And I just be like, you got everything in the world. You literally got everything somebody could even ask for, but yet you still unhappy because you forgot what you came here for.
Right.
You got caught up in the physical world and not in the inner world.
Do you do a lot of because I see you in your posts where you're outdoors a lot and it looks like you're out like in the woods and everything. Do you do a lot of grounding or these spiritual
Mm.
practices that you do every day?
Yes, every day. As a matter of fact, the video I made today, I was out there in nature and stuff like that. I was grounding, so I'll ground before I record and after I record. I
Oh,
love grounding. Yes, it's
yeah.
very peaceful. It's very nurturing because I don't know why it just raises my vibration. Like literally, I just become very positive, very very positive.
When I started where I was sad. I was like really depressed, and I started walking a lot outdoors. And it was right after COVID. And I remember you reading about that, right? Grounding. Take off your shoes, walk on the grass, go hug a
Yeah,
tree.
yeah,
And I agreed. Like I don't know if it was mental or whatever, but I did feel a little happier when I did that. And my daughter started calling me a tree hugger. Yeah. So I was like, hey, listen. If
yeah.
I'm getting happier, just go with it.
Right. Man, it's funny that you said hug a tree because I hugged the tree today and I just felt rush of emotion, positive emotion though,
Hmm.
positive emotion, and people just looking at me crazy like, why you hugging the tree, man? You would never understand. You
Well,
would never understand.
there's this older guy. His name is Reinhard. I don't know if you follow him on social media. He's this little old white guy, right? And he
Like I
talks a
heard.
lot about spiritual awakening and how he had all this money at one point and he was miserable and now he's so grounded. And that's one of the things that he talks about. He says, if you need energy, go hug a tree because just like how a tree grows up, it's even deeper down and you're getting all that energy from the earth when
Right.
you go hug it, even if it's with your hands. It doesn't have to be hugging, and not care what people think. Like, so what if they think you're a nut job because you're hugging a tree? It's making you feel better.
Who cares? Who cares? Literally, what like I just want to bring this example. You know how when we was a kid and we didn't care about making mistakes and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
literally how you have to think about it now. Like your inner child is literally just growing out. I let my inner child go everywhere I go. I
I
don't
like
care.
that. I like that analogy because I do think that once we kind of like become children again, right? With
Yeah.
self-awareness, obviously,
Right.
we're
Right.
adults. But yeah, once you start doing all those things that kids do, like kids, when they're happy, they're happy. When they're sad, they're sad. They just express themselves at the present moment. And
Right,
that's what
right.
we need to learn how to do as adults, and we'll be happier people because we're going to stay present. And
They said,
that's really how we have to be. So with how do you find your purpose with all the chaos around
"Oh,
us?
hey, it be. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every and another thing with your spiritual awakening, you're gonna understand that it's gonna be a lot of distractions. A lot of people trying to hit your phone with, especially if you're a high vibrational being, people hitting your phone with negativity and stuff like that, gossip. I be having to cut it short, people. I have to let myself know that I gotta stay focused and I gotta stay grounded. So sometimes it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I got a bunch of friends that love to party and stuff like that, and I had to tell them no.
Yeah.
I had a hurt feeling sometimes. It's okay because I gotta protect my peace and focus on myself.
Yeah, yeah. No, me too. I had a lot of friends that were big partiers, and I had to distance myself from a lot of people because it was just like I was just gonna fall into that party mode again, and
All right.
I don't. It was time to get to the next level, right? Like that's
I'm,
it. Enough is enough.
I'm telling you, every weekend I would be at a
Yes.
party. Every
And it's
weekend,
fun, and it's fun, and everybody should experience that at one point or the in their lives. But your body and your soul will tell you when enough is enough. You're past this, right? Like you're upgrading now. Like no more.
right,
You've had your fun. Talk
right,
about it. Share stories. Let's elevate now, right?
right.
So, today's a powerful day. You talk about it on your platform, the 5-5
5-5.
portal. Talk to us about the 5-5 portal and how powerful this energy is and how can we use it for abundance.
Oh, the 5-5 portal is open today. Chosen ones, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. People ask me how is a 5-5, how is it a 5-5 portal? Because five, okay, take the date 5-5, 2025. Add those fives together, 5-5-5. So boom, five is literally in numerology. It means abundance. It means abundance. So with this portal, you need to ground yourself, pray, meditate, do whatever you need to do, and focus on working on your inner work, focus on your inner healing, focus on manifesting what you want out of life rather than the negatives. That's a right. What do you gotta write it down? What do you gotta? I don't know. You gotta visualize it in your head. This is the perfect time. Today is the day.
Yeah.
This portal is literally open and the energy is already being felt. It was felt yesterday. It was literally being felt yesterday. That's why I made a video about it yesterday. I was like, don't wait till the 5-5 to do it. Do it now.
Right.
Start
Right.
manifesting now. It's the perfect time.
Yeah. Yeah. And you also talk about chosen ones having an M in their hands. Because when you were saying it, I was looking, I was like, mine is pretty pronounced. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the crescent moon on your palm and major life shifts are going to happen to people that do carry this sign on on the palm of their hands for 2025. Can you break that down for us?
Okay, so basically with the M on the palm or the crescent moon, it's a powerful combination of spiritual growth and intuition and being intuitive. So during 2025, the chosen ones that got this on their palm, this is a this it signifies a period of transformation, heightened intuition. All this is gonna happen. So this is why I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning of this year, I've been feeling like a crazy change in the inside of me. So I know everybody else with this symbol on their palm felt the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying with 2025, you're gonna be unlocking deep inner wisdom and divine connection when you got this on your palm.
Yeah, like that's exactly, and I was talking to a buddy of mine at work the other day about it, where it was like I feel that I'm in another transitional phase right now, where it's like I know that I'm supposed to be doing something, I just don't know what it is, and I don't necessarily think it's what I'm doing right now,
Right,
because I'm kind of living in the reality of being human, right? Like I got to pay
right,
bills, and I have a kid, and I have to pay rent.
right,
But it's kind of like one of those things where it's like I know that there's a shift that I got to do, but
right.
how do I find that answer? Like what do I do? Meditate, write it down. I guess that's what you're saying. Like dreams, listen to my dreams.
The letter M is linked to intuition, wisdom, and a connection to the divine. So write it down, pray, meditate, and just journal. Journal, journal, journal. and visualize everything that you want out of this year, because the crescent moon itself is linked to spiritual rebirth
I love
and
it.
expansion of consciousness.
All
So
right.
that's why it gets deep. That's why when people look at their palms, they be like, "Why I got an M? Why I got a crescent moon?" You special. You are special, and the signs have been here the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
You
whole
do.
time.
You do. And and when you go back when you were younger, like certain things happen to you when you were young. I know that they happened to me. It's just as we get older and we get our programming and our belief systems, by our parents and schools and all that, we kind of like just shut all those like intuitive thoughts down, right? So let's talk about letting go of the attachment of the twin flame journey, especially during separation and how painful that can be. So you talk about how it's about self-loving yourself.
Right.
Um, when you broke up now with your person, that you were just you went back and you shifted within yourself and you kept doing your stuff and you just what did you do to let go?
Releasing attachments to outcomes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's the perfect way I can say it. Releasing it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to focus on the outcome because it happened. It
Right.
happened, and there's no amount of change and no amount of overthinking is going to change what
It's
has
done.
happened.
It's
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Now it's trusting the process and focusing on individual healing and growth. And literally, that's it.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And what about dreaming constantly with the same person? Those repeated dreams that you have with that person. What is like is it that they're dreaming of us as well? Is it the universe just confirming that that's our person? What does that mean?
Both. Both. When you dreaming of this person, it literally means like, so say if I'm awake and this person is dreaming about me, I'm still thinking about them, but they think about me in another room.
Right.
So that's why I try to tell people, like, when you often see these people in your dream, that means they thinking about you. They've been on your mind lately like crazy. Like even,
Even if it's a bad dream, or does it have to be a good dream?
oh, it gotta be a good dream. I
Yeah.
mean, if a bad dream, that's something else. That's another entity trying to get in there. But yeah,
Right.
if it's a good dream, that means that person is thinking about you. You've been on that person's mind constantly, consistently. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about grounding with hugging trees. What are some other specific techniques that we can use to kind of like higher our frequency, vibration, and energy when we're feeling low? It happens. Sometimes you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you're
Right.
tired, you didn't sleep right. How do we automatically shift? What are some easy techniques that you can share with us with that?
So I'm gonna tell you right now, being a high vibrational being, you're not gonna always be high vibration. You gonna have your low vibrational days. So first thing, the food you eat. The
Yeah.
food you eat, it carry vibration. The food you eat got energy. Everything is energy, but especially the food. And your body is your kingdom. So it's the food you eat. What I do, I like to eat fruits. I like to drink water. I like to, all the fast food and stuff like that.
Stay away.
Yeah, stay away from it because I know how easy it is for you to be in Walmart and you walk past a snack aisle, you see all these cookies and candy and stuff like that. It's
Hmm.
bad for you. Trust me, it's really bad for you. And a lot of people don't know that because they advertise it and they put it in our face and make it seem like it's good, but nah,
Do you pray to your food before you eat it and your water before you drink it?
I do.
Yeah.
Funny you say that. I do.
Yeah. No,
I do.
water is very powerful, and so many mystics have told me, Monica, start speaking into your water before you drink it. That
Yeah.
has so much power unseen power in it, just like speak intention into the water and drink it into your body, it adjusts to you. You become the water, right? You flow with it.
I'm drinking it right now.
Okay, so DG, what for final advice for someone currently in separation or experiencing a spiritual awakening, wondering if they've met their twin flame, what are some final words of wisdom that you can share with somebody that's feeling kind of like that longing, that anxiety, feeling lonely, feeling lost? Like what advice can you share to them?
I would tell you, man, once you begin to love yourself, because it all started with you. The twin flame journey is you, like I said before. And just love yourself. It's okay. I know it hurts right now that that person is no longer near you and that person is somewhere, but trust me, believe me, y'all are connected. Y'all are still connected. But this time, you just need to focus on self-improvement, focus on your own growth, and focus on your own healing in life. And when the time is right, I promise you, the universe is going to orchestrate them to be back into your life. The universe is all it's divine timing.
Yeah.
Trust in divine timing.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend that her parents were boyfriend and girlfriend in Cuba when they
Yeah,
were 15 years old, and he was this little player, and she was like, "Listen, I'm not into this. You better stop." Long story
yeah.
short, she ends up leaving him, marries another guy, has
Mm,
children with him.
mm.
They come to the United States,
Yeah.
and he dies of cancer. As soon as the old boyfriend from 15, 40 years later hears that the husband died, he went knocking on her door with flowers. Until this day, they're still together.
And that's a perfect example. That's a
Yeah.
crazy story, though. That's a
Yeah.
crazy
No,
story.
listen, he went, he looked for her, she forgave him, they got back together. And her children see him as a father because their father passed away, and he's an amazing person, but you see them together and you're like, yeah, those two belong
Yeah.
together. Like you see that union between them, you know?
Yeah.
And
And that's a perfect example of if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. It's gonna come back
right.
always. No matter
And
how long it is, months, years from now, it's gonna come back to you.
and that's how you have to, what you were saying earlier, right? Like, do what you're doing, love yourself, take action, live in the present with no reaction to, or no expectations, right? Like that's the key. Like don't have any expectations to what in your head you think is the best scenario, because, something above you is saying, I got something better for you. You just can't
Come
see
on.
it yet.
You just can't see it yet. And trust me, chosen, bam. When you chosen, you're gonna always have that glow, man. Don't
Yeah.
worry about who walked out your life. You're gonna be okay, fam.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so Gigi, anybody that's listening, they want to hit you up, they want some more information, they want
Okay.
some personal coaching from you. How can they contact you?
Okay, follow me on my TikTok, DG Chosen. My email is best because I get a lot of messages on TikTok, so I would not recommend texting me on TikTok. Text my email, dgchosen@gmail.com. I promise you, I'll respond quick.
Yeah, do you have a YouTube channel?
I got a YouTube channel too.
What's your YouTube?
I gotta get back. I gotta get back at it. But yeah, it's only one DG. That's my first YouTube channel. And my
Uh-huh.
second YouTube channel, DG2 Code. So DGTOO Code.
Say that again?
DGTOO Code.
Okay, got it. All right. So on the comment section, when I post our podcast later today, I'm gonna go ahead and add all the links for all of your social media links, right?
Right.
With your email information, your YouTube channel, your TikTok. Do you have a Facebook, an Instagram?
I don't be active on them.
You
It's just
got it.
man,
You gotta get with
I
it.
gotta get with it.
You gotta hit up everybody. Are you kidding?
You right though. You right. It's just I ain't gonna lie to you with the spiritual journey. I don't like my Facebook is connected to my hometown and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
got you. So you don't want. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes, and I read that too when starting the podcast, you have to accept that your audience is not your family and friends. They're going to be complete strangers, the ones that are going to resonate with you and really
Right.
support you, because
Right.
sometimes the people that supposedly love you the most are going to make fun of you the most, right? And think that you're crazy. I know that I got a lot of that when I started this. So
Right. Right. And I've
that's,
been doing this for I done seen it. I know what you're talking.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, my friend, thanks again for
Thank
sitting
you,
with me.
Monica.
I love this information. This is great. You answered a lot of my questions. I know that much.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you so much.
yeah, to all of our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to this wonderful episode with Gigi. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell to never miss one of the episodes. I really appreciate you guys for the support and the love. And hit up Gigi. He's got some good stuff. Check out his TikTok.
I'm
He's
waking the
got,
world up, man. I'm speaking
yeah.
truth and cover up, man.
All right, listen, you got my attention, so you're doing something.
Thank you so much.
But thanks again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, okay?
I hope you do the same. Thank you, Monica.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.